Well, intention is very important with all sound, actually. The intention behind a sound, whether it's a piece of music or somebody's voice, is really, really fundamental in the way that we receive it. It's particularly true with speaking and listening, I think. All too often, we've got one of two intentions, which I talk about a lot in my work, which can be quite damaging. The first is looking good. We want to be affirmed. We want to be popular. We want to be respected and liked and so forth. And you can particularly see this with people who are on stage giving a talk of any kind, whether it be a TED talk or anything else. If they come on and their objective is to look good, you can tell. You know, there's a feeling of flimsiness, of superficiality about the whole thing, a manipulation, if you like. And so looking good isn't a great intention to have in your speaking or in your listening. It tends to give rise to actions like what I call speech writing, which is while you're talking, this noise is going on in front of me. I'm not really listening to you. I am writing my next brilliant bit of monologue, which I'm going to hit you with. And we do that a lot, you know. It's something to be cautious about because you can trust your mouth to come up with the right thing when the other person's finished. And really listening is almost a form of meditation. It's being empty and allowing the other person to fill you, as opposed to thinking of what you're going to say next and how you're going to be better and brighter and cleverer and so forth. So if it's all about me, that is not great. It can lead to hyperbole as well, you know, exaggeration. And I don't get me started on language exaggeration, on having, you know, once upon a time we could be excited about things. Now we have to be super excited, don't we? And perhaps in a year or two we'll have to be hyper excited or mega super excited or something. It gets bigger and bigger all the time. So it's part of the kind of addiction to intensity we have in life. So looking good, not the greatest intention. The other really damaging one, of course, being right. I love that quote from the American counselor and author Harville Hendricks, who said, you can either be right or be in a relationship. And I think there's so much truth in that. You know, if we're setting out to be right, it creates an awful lot of judgmentalism, conflict, and most of the conflict in the world is about people being right. It's this confusion of opinions with facts. They're two different things. You know, today is Thursday. That's a fact. Most of the rest of the stuff that we say a lot of the time is actually opinion. And we have to be quite careful about that. You know, I love this fantasy where people would say, would you like my opinion about that? No? Oh, I had such a good opinion all ready to go. But we don't do that, do we? We just give people our opinion willy-nilly. And very often we confuse it with facts. You know, that team is rubbish. Well, no, that's an opinion. It's not a fact. They may just have played badly, but, you know, and so it goes. And that kind of table thumping goes on all the way from the family dinner table up to meetings between foreign ministers, as we're seeing at the moment. It's very sad. You know, politicians go off and have talks. I wish they would go off and have listens instead. I think we'd be in a happier world.